Greetings, fellow Magic enthusiasts. Welcome to Wednesday Night Standard here at GameSwap in lovely Mason, Ohio. I'm Jason Morgan, here with my good buddy Kyle Kepi. We'll be talking at you tonight. On the left here, we've got Tim Mueller on Temur Marvel. On the right, Mark Anliker with his blue-white control brew.
Really? Okay, so it seems as if Mark was a little bit late to the tournament, and hence we are starting 10 minutes later than we planned on. And so Mark took the round 1, game 1 loss. So we're going to be moving to game 2 with no sideboarding. A little awkward.
That said, if Mark is indeed as advantaged in this matchup as he believes he is, this should be a non-issue.
Okay, so we were kind of alluding to this last week when we were covering Standard, me and Jason, that these blue control decks, do they have the kind of answers to Marvel, and can Marvel actually fight through us? So does blue-red control have a good matchup against Temur Marvel? And I'm not convinced.
Well, and a lot of that I think has to do with the fact that it is saddled with playing some cards that are very narrow answers. And what we're going to see here with Mark's blue-white list is that his answers tend to be a little bit more universal, particularly with access to cast out.
Cast out is a big difference compared to the blue-red deck.
Right.
And so losing Magma Spray might hurt you in some of the kind of aggressive matchups like against zombies, but against Temur Marvel, cast out is going to be a lot better answer.
Exactly. So not a lot of action here in the first
cycle a
few
sensor.
turns. Yeah.
So Mark's hitting land drops. We got 3 mana open, hopefully representing a counter spell of some variety.
Oh, I'm sure. Mark is representing counter spells even when he's tapped out. The 3/2 beater Rogue Refiner there.
Yeah, unsure if Tim had that the turn before or if he's aggressively playing around Sensor, waiting for the first turn.
It wouldn't surprise me if he was.
Seems reasonable.
Of course, his hand is just chock full of cards right now, so it's tough to see.
Yeah. And so I think Marvel has kind of a backup plan if the blue control deck is able to counter their actual Marvel, and that the deck just plays a lot of value, 3/2s and 2/3s.
Certainly.
With a Tireless Tracker possibly out of the board. And so
maybe even main, I think, in some lists.
Okay, yeah, sure. And so you can kind of just beat down on them if they want to sit back and like kind of try to play around Marvel, try to hit your Marvel, then you just keep jamming on them.
Right. And I think the planniest of Plan Bs is Whirler Virtuoso.
Okay, so we have a Glimmer of Genius, and then while Mark is tapped out, Tim is also going to use this opportunity to jam his own Glimmer of Genius. So we got simultaneous scrying.
Now, if that's on Mark's end step, no, it was not. Okay. I was going to say, that would leave Mark shields down to resolve Marvel.
No, that was...
It was the other way around.
It was, yes, Tim's end step.
Gotcha.
Mark tapped out,
Gotcha.
then Tim snuck it in. So the kind of magic number for mana for Mark is going to be 6, because that's when he can start jamming Gearhulks. And so how he's going to turn the corner, jam a Gearhulk, attack 4 times, and hope that Tim never finds an answer to it. But
Yeah, another Rogue Refiner here.
Up to 6 energy for when it matters.
6 energy and
actually probably 8 energy, depending on how he's used the Aether Hubs.
right. And just a billion cards in hand. Or 7. Looks like more than that, though. Maybe he's discarding the hand size here. Sure did, yeah. The Glimmer put him a little too far ahead.
Not the worst spot to be. Oh, we're discarding 2 cards this turn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's what happens when you're 3-2 beaters cantrip and you jam a draw 2. But so Mark did hit his land drop. And I think he had a torrential gear. Oh, we're just going to main phase it.
Interesting. Boy.
Wow. So Mark decided to main phase a torrential gearhulk, and it got censored. And so Tim has an opportunity really just to
Punish,
take advantage of Mark's kind of mistake there.
Enough energy for a Marvel activation if one were to resolve.
Yeah, even a 1 spin. Well, it's gonna resolve, I'm sure.
Yeah, Force of Will not in this format.
Surprisingly not printed in the most recent set.
Max punishment.
Spin it.
Particularly if we see the Ulamog here.
Yeah, ripping 2 lands off of him. Oh, there it is.
Now, isn't there an argument to save that activation for Mark's end step? Because, I mean, this opens up, a cast out.
Yeah, but letting Mark untap also opens up for the 3-mana Stifle. Disallow, is that it? What is that card?
All right, well, and that's going to be a quick round 1.
Okay.
With Mark with the game 1 loss for showing up a little bit late.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks. We're kind of excited about this matchup, and then, life gets at you, traffic gets at you.
That was dramatically underwhelming.
Dramatically underwhelming. And I barely made it tonight given traffic, so it happens. But we will be back in 45 minutes. Hopefully earlier for round 2.
Hopefully earlier.